Alrighty. Is it sounding alright on your guys' end? I can't tell because there's this weird effect of it having grain on my end, but it sounds fine on your end. And it depends on how close I am to it, so I just need an opinion before we even start. I'm super open to criticism. I do not mind. Oh, sorry. I have the live stream open on my phone too, just to make sure there's no glitches going on or anything like that on that side too. Just to make sure I can see what's actually on my screen on this part. Anywho, sorry, but anywho, I don't know what it sounds like on my side comparing to you guys, so I just kind of need to know. Give me 10 seconds. If I need to lower it, if I need to point it towards me more, if I need to do this, if I need to do that, like, just let me know. Settings, I guess. Yeah. Yes. Holy shit. Give me 2 seconds. Shit. Okay, that should be way better. Holy shit. Sorry about that. That was not my intentions. Whoops. Okay, so, let me see. Back. I guess we'll just press play. Oh, what do you want to be named? What's this book called? What's our book called? Huh? You better give me a name or I'll name you something stupid. I'm serious, I will. You'll be named the Munchkins, the Gremlins, the Stinky Boys, like, give me something. How the hell did I get out of here? You think I'm playing, but I'm sitting here watching, seeing somebody watch me, and they won't speak to me. I want some input. At this point, I need input, please. I'm dying without input. I am so amateur to this that it's unbelievable. Alright, we're gonna have a 10-second countdown. You're gonna be named Stinky Boy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Alright. I'll make it fair. I'll do Mississippi counting. Okay? So you'll get Mississippi countdown. That means you get more time to decide real quick. Okay. Mississippi 10, Mississippi 9, Mississippi 8, Mississippi 7, Mississippi 6, Mississippi 5, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 4, Mississippi 3, Mississippi 2, Mississippi 1. All right. Stinky boy it is. You wanna know what? That's even better. I wasn't even trying to do that, but that's even better. Alright, if you hear my voice in the background for just a half second, I'm literally just seeing how it sounds on Twitch. Does it have any of my noise? Okay. As long as I hear myself on stream, I don't give a shit. But I can turn up this audio. On my side, it's always really, really more loud. Maybe that's my master volume on my computer. I'll fix that real quick, so give me like 10 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this mic. It's great for the quality, but as I said, it has a reverb in my headphones. I have to hook up my headphones to the mic itself, and then it's a USB not charged. It's a USB powered mic. So, what essentially that does, it's like all of this is in the mic, and then it's all in my headphones. It sounds great on stream. I love it. But it's like I'm stuck in a podcast and I'm the only person sitting here, and I'm not really fond of that anymore. But, yeah. Alright, let me see. Okay, cool. I'll turn up the volume just a tiny bit, because it blasted my ears over here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was just what. Is this too loud? If this is too loud, just let me know. I also like to keep sound effects down, just in case they just are blaring like ringtone noises like that. That's why I try to keep it down a little bit. But anyways, wonder what we're gonna find. Supposedly the story is that, what's this? That's just my stuff. Yes, I would like to start the stage over. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any story or anything like that. Anywho. Super cute cabinet. I remember when I was super young and was aspiring in my artist roles in life. My mom got me a cute little white cabinet, that looked like this on the top, but then had a drawer side like this. And I didn't have a handle, so I just took things like screwdrivers and anything that was flat, like a chopstick and stuff, and I would put in the hole of the drawer hole, because it was supposed to have a handle. I wonder what I'm gonna find. I know that I actually collect a lot of antiques and actual porcelain dolls. Wink wonk. Who knows what I'm gonna find? Leo. But in actual reality, I actually do really love collecting antiques. It's been like that since forever. My favorite thing to collect is snow globes. I love snow globes. Supposedly, story-wise, this is like 1980 or 1990 or something, and it's college, or that might be the next step. I might have just spoiled something. Whoops. My soccer ball! Where we put the soccer ball? Oh yeah, I love snow globes. I had one that was a huge ass heart snow globe with 2 hummingbirds in the middle. I put it up on my shelf. Grave mistake, because that thing actually went and clunked me on the forehead in the middle of the night. I'm actually not making this up. This was 4th grade. Yeah, it was huge as fuck. It was not an average size snow globe. It was bigger. It was bigger. Okay? Did I think... Where can I put this? I think over here. Holy shit, what was that? Oh yeah, there was a big ass goose egg on my head the next day. It was a big ass bruise on there, to the point where some of my guy friends were actually standing there arguing. It's like, it's purple, no it's blue, no it's black. And I was like, it hurts as all fuck is all I know. I don't know where that sound effect came from. I think it was me because I placed the soccer ball down. I think that's what it is. I don't think it would be you. Why would it be you? They really were. They were just like, how fucking huge is it on your head, and what color is it? I was like, guys, the fucking snow globe fell on my head in the middle of the night. Do you not understand that part? Ooh, that is cute though. My mom actually got me this cute little Jack Skellington bag. It's about like one of these little mini-sized bags. Super adorable. It was like 25 bucks, but I use it all the time because I'm personally not a purse girl. It's nothing against purse girls. I just don't carry it because it just starts being an inconvenience on my arm. It starts chafing underneath my armpit. Also the dumb shit. The shade of... I know! The shade of my bump. It was fucking stupid. The trophy actually reminds me of a little fun fact. I actually won a little baby pageant one time in my life, but I won 2nd place. I will not tell you states because then you could find it, but it was interesting. It was the only time I ever did it. I've never pursued it ever again. Yeah, I won a baby pageant, though. It was like I was an infant. It was very interesting, and my mom swears to God that the judges just knew the 1st place baby because she said the baby had like huge ass ears and had no hair. Like, she was like not dissing the baby, but like, what the fuck happened? Yeah. It was when like it was like when I was really young, where it was like it wasn't going to do anything to me. Like, you know, like toddlers and tiaras. It wasn't like anything like that. I was too young to remember even doing it. I only remember because I have a trophy. And because I was told. That's the only reason why I remember. Right, she's like, the only fucking reason that they won is because they smooth talked the judges or something. Because I had a whole ass and then like maybe because they had a fucking portfolio, but that's it. Like, that's gotta be it, because you did everything else that they were supposed to do. She still is really salty to this day if you do bring it up. She's very, very angry about it to this day. Also, I really do like, I really want to ask if the mic quality is good on my side. Oh. They want me to address this, but you better be able to let me do that. Last time I played it, it gave me a difficulty about it and wanted me to put it up somewhere else. Oh, if you hear a reverb on sound effects, I actually have no control over that. I try to mute like my desktop and stuff, but it just mutes the audio for you guys. Oh yeah, I know that part. It's gotta be. Ooh, a drawing book. Can't wait to see what I sketched in there. Can I put it up? Oh, thank God. You have the option to put them up on the shelves, thank goodness. As I said, I only did this tutorial level just to make sure everything was correct and it actually could function. I had to make sure my games actually can function on my grandma computer. Well, let me see if I can unzip this one then. Okay. Another book. I'm guilty of books too. I got a big ass huge book haul from my public library. So what I might do is find PDF files of those books so I can just have it on screen for you guys, but I read from my physical copy and we just have fun together with those because there's some fucking wild ones I picked up. And for really cheap too because my library was doing a thing where it's just donation money. So I was able to get like a whole ass box, like this size of a box of books for $20, and like one of those books alone, like it was Fault in Our Stars, and that copy, the paperback was like $15 alone. So it's a fucking steal when you go to public libraries that do donation prices instead of set prices in their little bookshops and other things like that. I will tell you that there is a steal with that. I'm sorry. Sometimes online there is some nice websites and all that YouTubers are having promo codes and all that with, so maybe, you never know. Alright. Oh no, Simon Says. Those things are pretty fun when you're by yourself, because when you're playing it with other people, you look like a dumbass. From personal experience of getting like stage fright of just even being around people and just, well, not stage fright of being around people, I had just general anxiety. So being around people about that kind of stuff, it's just like, here, your turn, and it's like, oh no, and then the turn's already over. Oh, what is? Oh, this thingy? Yeah, it's a little Simon Says thing. Most people try to say, like, this is a bop it, but bop its have a distinct style to it, to where it has a twist it mode, it has the button in the middle that you press. It's a whole ass system. This is a Simon Says because it will light up one color, you press it, and then it'll light up another color, you press it. It's a memory game, basically. These are children's toy. This is the child's toy. I know that I'm probably like canonically like a 21-year-old woman in this game. I hold on to some of my childhood stuff too, I ain't gonna lie. A Microsoft Roomba? I mean, I understand why people would try to think that if they didn't know the origins of a room, if they didn't know the origins of a Simon Says game. Honestly, you don't even have to look up Simon Says. You can look up like memory flash disk game or like memory, light up game system. Like, these things are really, really common in America. Ooh, a Rubik's Cube. I'm not gonna break mine like Henya did on stream. The disc game thing, it's the same thing. Simon Says is just what we call it because Simon Says is a general term for, oh, do this after me kind of game. So like Friday Night Funkin' is a Simon Says Dance Dance Revolution hybrid rhythm game in a sense. I can't do a Rubik's Cube for shit. Alrighty, trash bin go down here. No. I wanted to go down somewhere, actually, where it's gonna be used. Yeah, like my study desk. That would be nice. Oh, that's nice. Chess pieces. So I'm a nerd too, canonically. Yeah, in a sense. Well, no, it's a rhythm game, really. That's a rhythm game. Friday Night Funkin' is a Simon Says rhythm game because one character says a pattern of things and then you repeat after them. The difference between Sound Voltex and Friday Night Funkin' is that you're just playing the level. That's the same thing as like Vocaloid rhythm games and stuff. It's just a rhythm game. Yeah, that's what makes it a Simon Says rhythm game. That's the difference between rhythm games and Simon Says rhythm games. Also, I did address that this is super cute. The horses, this is nice that they have that right there. I can't point to the freaking it has a name. It has a name and I don't want to be impolite. So I'm just trying to think. Right, like they have the duets and vocals and stuff, but I think that just kind of happens because it's also a rhythm game. It's inspired by Parappa the Rapper, Lammy Jammy, Dance Dance Revolution. Like it has a lot of inspirations from early 2000s and 1990 and 1980s games, to the point where they actually were like doing a Kickstarter where they wanted to do PS2 physical copies of the game. They do have vinyls though right now. Give me 10 seconds. I know I can Google that. What that traditional, not traditional, holiday present right there on the shelf beside the horses. Oh yeah, really? Really? I didn't know that one. I really like the Guitar Hero series, and I didn't know that. Google. It's not a dial. It's not a dial, but it's like closer to that pronunciation. I know. I'm on the right track. I know that. A dreidel, I think. That's right. I think it's called a dreidel. I think that toy is called a dreidel that they give during Hanukkah. Right. I knew it wasn't dial. It's a dreidel. A dreidel is a Jewish holiday traditional toy that they give to their children during Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a span of days that they celebrate instead of Christmas like other people do. It's a different religion. It's a different holiday set. It's just like anybody else with different cultures would. It's a very interesting it's very interesting traditions. Very sweet that they do like give a present throughout all of the days instead of just having one day like we do in normal American culture. A dreidel's a little wooden spin top toy essentially, and it has uh I don't know the language's name, but it has is it Hebrew? No. Is it? But the language that they study with their version of the Bible and everything, there's some symbols from their language on the dreidel, and you take this and then you spin it. Basically, it's made out of wood. Yeah, it does, because in American culture, like the normal capitalist, oh, go out, spend all a bunch of money on your friends, all this, and on your family. Uh, you only get presents like on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Eve is if you're lucky, and if those people celebrate those days, because my family does, and a lot of people looked at us and it's like, why are you celebrating the day ahead? And we were like, it's been a whole month already. We're sick of waiting. Yeah. The horse is not helping my case with Belisara and My Little Pony. Man, I died when I found out they took down the Belisara website. I'm so sad. If someone knows how to like get me that website up, I would totally play it. Oh, right. I heard that. I heard that. Uh, Strangely enough, I heard KFC gets really popular around the year over there. It's not a tradition over here like that. That's what I was thinking way back. I was thinking way back. Maybe way back can pull up the Bella Sara website for me. Bella Sara, context for you, is a uh fantasy uh card collecting game slash series, I guess, because it has movies and it has a website, like I said, and then it has merchandise and cards. So it's like a whole ass thing. But I grew up with it over here. It was fucking huge over here, even though it came from Switzerland, strangely enough. Yeah, Bella's the horse, and then Sarah is the magical girl, basically, that lives in the land with Bella, and Bello, which is Bella's husband. And then you can collect cards of all the horses that are in the kingdoms, because there's more than just that. Ooh, pretty color. Yeah, it's a whole ass universe at this point. But there's Bella Sarah, and then I was a Gen 3 My Little Pony girl. So that means I was collecting My Little Pony dolls that were before Twilight Sparkle and Friendship is Magic and stuff. That's when those toys were coming out for me, was during my childhood. So and then when I was in late middle school, start early high school, My Little Pony Gen 4 started coming out, and I heard a bunch about it. So I do this thing where I don't really touch popular media till it dies down, so nothing gets spoiled for me. I don't have to listen to people gripe about it. I don't have to listen to controversies. It's just a thing that I do because I end up just forgetting to look at it over time. So I ended up coming back to Gen 4, and I binged all 9 seasons in like 1 week, and then ended up making Rarity fan art, and then just ended up obsessing over this shit. I love Gen 4 and I love Gen 3. I want to investigate Gen 1 and Gen 2. What's really fucking interesting is that in Gen 1 or Gen 2, they had this contest where they had this life-size figure of Sundancer, the horse, and someone had it, and they just let it go to fucking rot in their yard or something, and then someone found it and was able to restore it. Right. Where do I put these scissors? Can I put them in my drawer? Alright, fucker. I'm gonna use my mouse for a second. I just want to use my fucking drawer. Thank you. Can I take the... Yeah. Okay. Okay, Miss Picky. Oh no, you can't put a book on top of scissors. Oh! Like, I can do what I want. It's a junk drawer. It's my diary drawer. What do you want from me? I did not know I could move stuff, though. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I heard the Bluey fandom is really hurting right now. Like, really desperately hurting because people are just being weird about it now, even though it's, like, targeted towards kids. I can see the appeal of wanting to watch Bluey. I want to watch Bluey because it actually touches things like a rainbow child and actual like child depression and sadness and all those other like really sad shit. So like I would actually like to watch it, but like they do it in a way to where even a kid can kind of grasp the concept if they wanted to ask their parents. Yeah, Bluey the Australian blue dog. It's a show that's been going on for a good second now, and people have been getting on their hands on it, and then people are getting really upset that people are being weirdos about it, like they were being about My Little Pony. Fun fact: Bluey is actually funded by the Australian government. Sorry if I'm not making so much comments on the room itself. I'm just trying to get past the tutorial level so I can actually experience new stuff with you guys. Can I do that? No. Okay. The Australian government. It's very interesting when I learned that information. It's actually a really sweet show. As I said, it actually talks about some topics a kid might not. Holy shit. Might not really get about things. As I said, like, oh, why was my father angry at me all my childhood? And then it turns out like the father was just like, you know, trying to keep the family afloat and stuff like that. And he wasn't trying to be a piece of shit. It's kind of like it touches up on those kinds of things that you wouldn't really know how to put into words if you were a kid going through these kinds of things. Right? Cute little bus toy though. That is super cute right there. I might want one of those. Oh, I love little trinkets and stuff. I die for those kinds of things too. I'm just a nerd with that stuff. Alrighty, we are going to... See, it likes to correct me on stuff. Why do I have to put the toy up? It doesn't matter if nobody else is coming over. I don't talk to other people in real life. Why does it matter? Damn, I have to go put them all up on my bed? Where am I gonna sleep? Damn greedy ass bastards. I don't like getting out much. And it's like nothing against real people and all this other dumb shit. I'm gonna change those settings just a half second, but it's not anything against people. I'm not crazy. I don't know what that means. You need to elaborate, good sir. But I appreciate commentary either way. No, I don't want to watch playthrough. Ooh. My computer looks better than that. I won't lie to you. Okay? I promise to you. How do I rotate this shit? Oh. Maybe if I pay attention to the directions the mouse gives me, maybe I'll find that out. Yeah. I gotta change these settings and take a break myself for just a half, like, literal 2 seconds myself anyways. Yeah, there's just not gonna be sound effects anymore. I actually have a mute button. So, that's cool. Alrighty. I got me some food. I want to know if everybody's back before I even say anything because I want to show you something cool. Alright, let me know if that's too loud over me or not. Because it's not too loud over on my end. But I should just cover both of my ears. I figured that out real quick too. I usually keep one ear uncovered because my cats are chaotic. Am I muted now? Because I have been self-muting. Right, right. I've been self-muting. There is a self-mute option on my microphone now where I have a button instead of me having to flip back and forth with my settings. So let the music loop first because it gets loud. But I think this is the opportunity to take the time to show you another cool uh button button setting that I have on this microphone itself to where I don't even have to move from this either. Give me 1 second. So, you said you need some food. I need some food too. What do you think I probably got? Take a guess. Because I'll tell you what it is after you take a guess. Because I got me something good. Trust me, follow along with me. It's part of the bit. Play along, it's a bit. I mean, I do eat absurd things, so you wouldn't be so far off, but this time I'm not so crazy, I guess. Anyway. So I'll do the bit. It's okay. I just wanted to engage you. anyway. So I'll do the bit. Don't worry. So LT. So what did you decide to get today? I decided to get me some hamburgers. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Well, it was actually a White Castle cheeseburger, but yeah. I needed to do it for the bit so I can clip it. But I can do another for a clip. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Exactly. I actually would really die if someone made an LT Gura or an LT Miku. That would just kill me. Ooh, a poster. Ooh, a band. Murmur. Right. Gura I would have to use without donations and stuff. Miku's a little bit more of like to the public, I guess. As long as like it's OC fused, I guess. Yeah. We're just putting books on shelves. I got myself a cute little thing of coloring pencils. Ooh. Just in case you want to write something while you're sitting at the desk, or you need to write something on your playthrough or whatever. That's why we put the pens on the desk. That cover looks a lot like Anamorphosis. That one weird series where the kids transform into the animals if they manifest hard enough. Oh, okay. Colored pencils. Can I put them on the windowsill? Yes, I can. I could also put it there. That's cool. Nope, nope. What's your favorite books? Chat, what's your favorite books? I really like when I read Ender's Game. That one's really good. Is this my mouse pad? I think so. This damn ruler, it stayed with me. How nice. Ooh. Another diary. Got a lot of books, ma'am. I know I got books. Well, she don't got that many comparing to me, but dang. Oh, my okay, my monitor, my tower. All right. Oh, that's all that was. Okay. Picture. Looks like someone made some fan art. Friend made her some fan art and she framed it or something. Oh, my bad. My friend framed it for me because this is my playthrough, but I'm also Stinky Boy and you guys are Stinky Boy. Oh, my toothbrush. Oh, cool. I have options. Cool. I can go back and forth between those now. Okay. I'll do the bathroom in a second. I say, and then another item for the bathroom pops up. Oh, cool. This is a little pose mannequin so that you can get poses for your drawing references. That's nice. I can't set him on the windowsill? Damn, he's too big. Alright. I wanna... Yeah. I wanna rotate him. Come on. There we go. Oh, I had one of these, but black instead. And then I got one that I got a DVD player, not DVD, damn, not DVD, CD player that was red as well, and that one's reliable as hell, and it actually has a Bluetooth option. Oh, I got a kitchen too. I got a whole ass apartment now. Content. That's what it is. If we don't get through much today, I would really, really like to start the stream maybe with some internet videos that I download and just show from like my downloads so that, you know, nothing shows up. But I would really like to do that because I think it would help with maybe some, not help, but it would help give some time for people to have some waiting time in the room, in the chat room and all that. and still have something to watch while people are finding like Twitter threads and all this other stuff. Uh, I really, really would like to show you guys. Well, I heard rumors that this game is metaphors for like unpacking your feelings and things like that. Yeah, you're good. I heard this game is a metaphor for like unpacking your feelings and things like that. So I would like to like show you guys an artist that helps me get through hard times, and like he helps me relate and stuff because he's such an independent artist, and he actually is the one that got me into clay making again, because I've always been obsessed with clay animation ever since I was a kid. I love animation in just general. That's why I like to draw comics and stuff. That's why, hence, my OC is kind of pretty simple, so that I guess anybody can draw anything. So they can draw if heads up. You want to draw me as a sock puppet? Go ahead. You want to draw me as a worm? Go ahead. You want to draw me dressing up as Iron Mouse? Go ahead. You want to dress me up uh, as a 2D character? Go ahead. Like, go ahead. I love seeing LT in different universes and different outfits and like magical girl dresses. Like, go crazy. As long as, you know, like, not being ridiculous and being just disgusting and perverted about it on purpose and stuff. But if you really like want to make fan art of her besides the red hoodie and stuff, go for it. Oh yeah, claymation. Claymation is when you take models that are made out of clay instead of like paper or, you know, other things, and then you move them inch by inch, and then you take pictures of them like you would still animation, and then you edit it all together, and then it looks like they're moving. That's how like movies like Coraline, Kubo and the Sword, let me think. I'm trying to think. Like it's a certain art style. Fantastic Mr. Fox is a good idea. I don't know if I'm relating to you at all. My bad. Yes, Coraline is clay animation. James and the Giant Peach. Those are the same director, actually. James and the Giant Peach, Coraline, and he worked on Nightmare Before Christmas with Tim Burton. His name's Henry something, and he don't get enough credit. Another one? Damn. She got small titties. Sorry. It just looks like it's it looks like it's looks like it's a C cup. C cups aren't that big. Sorry. Sorry, that was unfiltered commentary. My bad. It's just thinking, it's like, damn, girl, you got like a bunch of bras and you don't got that much to hold. My bad. Right, as I say, my VTuber model looks really flat. I just did that because, you know, how much a hoodie really does cover up your body. No, you're fine. I guess you could say, not to be lewd, but I guess you could say I'm American-sized. Sorry, all the girls are bigger over here, I guess. It's something in the water. Like, just in general, I'm considered really short. In my where I'm from, I'm considered really, 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 really damn short. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, you're really short. You're really short. You're really short." I'm 5'2". I know, right? So I got this new anime idea. She's got a huge honka badonkle of honkers. So I got this idea, yeah. She's got huge ass anime titties. But then another girl comes by and she's got even more huge ass titties. As I said, I'm considered a not midget, because if you're a midget, you're like 4'9" over here, but 5'2" is considered very short even for a woman. On average, I think women are supposed to be like 5'5", and then it can get to 5'7", it can get to 5'9", it can get to 6 feet. If you got some good genes, you can become 6 feet and be a woman. Right, right. When I found out that I was 5'2", I was like, okay. So I googled, anime characters that were really short. Uh, Edward Elric and Levi Ackerman are above 5'2". They're at least both 5'3". I just can't grow. I don't know what's up. I've always been small since I was a baby. Even when I was not even born, I was just small all the time. To the point where my doctors thought I had actually like scoliosis and shit. Mind you, I don't. I'm just short. I know. My own mother is like 5'7". My own mother is 5'7", and my father is at least 6'5". And then my brother is 6 foot right now, and he's 16. And I'm older than him, and I'm 5'2". I don't know. As I said, I'm just short. While I was in the womb, they were like, "Oh, I think your daughter might have scoliosis or something." And my mom was like, "What the hell?" So, they did some tests and stuff, and I was just small. I was just always small. And then when I was born, I just slept a lot. Honestly, I still sleep a lot. So I think I was just one of them tired babies that never grew out of it or something. Oh, I don't think I was the C-section baby. I think I was all natural. But, uh, yeah, I was an interesting case, I won't lie. Won't lie to you. Those ones are cute. Little bow on the top. Almost looks like a little present box if you weren't, paying attention. Oh, alright, you got a growth spurt perhaps. Growth spurts, right. Man, my knees always hurt during growth spurts. My knees hurt all the time. My joints hurt all the time. But now, you know, I was like, hey, yo, I'm like past the time where I should be getting these growth spurts since I haven't gained an inch since 7th grade, and I've graduated in 2020. Like, what's going on? So I went to my doctor, and she's like, well, can you describe the pain to me? I was like, well, since I was 12, I think I can remember this burning sensation in my legs and my knees. And she's like, okay, go on. And then I was like, so what and then I explained a little bit more to her in detail. And she's like, that's arthritis. So it turns out I had arthritis like since the dawn of time, I guess. What the hell? Sorry, I heard a blaring train outside. Not a blaring train, but a blaring horn outside. It sounded like a train. I was like, I don't live by a damn. I was like, what? What? Yeah, I was just creaky bone all the time. It was just fucking sucks. I have to take arthritis medicine just so it touches it sometimes when it rains. When it rains, that's when it's the worst. Honest to God, that's when it's like the absolute worst is when it rains. Any other time I'm okay, but I will not lie. Oh, there's the Rubik's Cube. I'm glad to see it made it through the trip. I will not lie to you. Throughout school, I actually got in trouble because I sat crisscrossed at the quote-unquote wrong times, I guess. Because if I don't sit crisscross, my legs just feel like that burning sensation all the time. Oh yeah, it fucking acts up a lot, like to the point like it brings me to actual tears because of the pain in my legs. And I just, I take my medicine, my arthritis medicine that I get over the counter. I just go into any little pharmacy store and just buy it off the shelf. It works like a miracle. I need to look into some arthritis cream. That stuff works better. Um, so, uh, so I actually can tell you the story as we're unpacking these boxes. So what happened was, in my school, we do the state testing at the end of the year and stuff, and they're weirdly like super strict about cheating and stuff. And I get that, whatever. I don't cheat. I don't cheat to the point where I actually ratted out a girl for like, oh, can I cheat off of you? I was like, fucking no. So, what happened was I was sitting beside a friend too, so like I was kind of casual with them. So like I didn't feel the need to, sit straight forward, legs down on the floor, all that. I wanted to be comfortable since this test was all day. All day was this damn test. And the teacher is like, all right. And we went back and forth for just like a half second. I was like, I'm comfortable and I promise I'm not going to cheat. And she's like, I don't care. I want you to sit forward. So I was like, I seriously promise I'm not going to cheat. She's like, I don't care. Sit forward. I was like, so I sat forward and I suffered throughout the whole damn test. I was ready to rip my hair out from how irritated and just uncomfortable I was all that test because she was threatening to bring me to the principal's office if I didn't sit forward over this shit. It was wild. But besides that, people just kind of looked at me. It's like, why are you always sitting crisscrossed? I was like, it's the only thing that makes me feel comfortable. Besides that, like, nothing else is actually physically comfortable. They're like, what do you mean? It's like, and then I go into it and like, I don't get it. And then I just go on with my day because I don't care at that point. But yeah, one time my teacher actually wanted to send me to the office because I wanted to sit crisscrossed. I guess I'll admit I kind of sat to the side where I was making eye contact with my friend a little bit. But I would have adjusted myself if she just said to like sit forward. She wanted my legs on the floor too. That was a big point of the argument, was my legs on the floor. Oh yeah, no way. No way. They weren't taking no excuses. I knew they weren't going to, and at the time, I honestly didn't know. Because I didn't know I had arthritis since I was like 12 until I went and got my diagnosis at 19. So I wouldn't even known what to tell them to even justify my sitting. Not gonna lie. But regardless, they didn't take much of any excuses, any medical problems, unless you had papers, like barely there. Yeah, but regardless of my issue, they didn't really like to flex around needing to associate for other people's problems. They really just didn't care. They wanted to get stuff done, and I get they wanted to get stuff done, but that's not my fault either. Like, that's not my fault that you're not enjoying this job anymore and that you have to look over these state testings and stuff. I have to be here by law, or the government actually arrests your parents over that shit. After so long, your parents actually can be sent to court over here if you have so many so many missed days and stuff because of the area and the laws that are around these places. It's very interesting, and that's why I didn't test my luck until I graduated and I was happy. I didn't test my luck. I wasn't going to. Man, any of the trouble I did get in high school, I was terrified of it already. So imagine that idea. No way. Oh yeah, it's a big thing over here. Like, to the point where like you can get the child protective services sent on you if your sibling literally doesn't have glasses that day and he says that he can't see very well in class. You can get that shit happening to you. Right, like, that's fine. You can miss like 1 or 2 or 5 days throughout the whole year, but like if you're missing like 3 weeks in a row, if you start missing like every other day they're gonna start questioning, and they might start looking into you and start analyzing you, seeing if your clothes are raggedy and all this other stuff and whatnot, because that was a big problem in my state. Um, like it was a whole ass process with this shit. Everything over there was really, everything in that school system was really intense. I get some of it because they wanted to keep the school in high maintenance and keep the BS on the low side, because there was a lot of BS throughout the years, and they did try to suppress that. But in the process, a lot of other BS happened behind the scenes because of this. It, it's a very cruel system over here sometimes too. I will not lie to my audience and say, "Oh, America is so much better. Go to America instead of going to any other country in the world. Come to America." It depends on where you go in America, honestly. It depends on which private, it depends on which public, it depends on online, it depends on everything. Because you can go to the same state that I live in, throw a pin on the map, pick a random school, and it'd be shit. Take that pin, throw it again, pick another random school, and it'd be the most pristine school in the entire state. It is fucking wild. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, fucking cover-ups, and, in general, I have bad paranoia and anxiety, so when shit happened and I was around and stuff, I didn't say much, because I feared, like, those people would say something, because it wasn't just kids, it was adults. Nothing super bad happened to me, but something wild happened to me once, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And honestly, honest to God, the only reason why I have not said anything about the school is because my brother is still in the system and he needs to graduate, and then maybe I can go say something. Yeah. There's a pretty decent university here. But besides that, I don't want to rag on where I live, but I can say that there is better opportunities other places. Right. What's strange about that school with all of that shit is that that school was better than the previous school. The previous school was worse. Because, mind you, the school that I actually graduated from, they had no metal detectors, they had no this, they had no that. Like, there was a lot that was a lot better at that school, and there was a lot of BS that still went down there. The school I was at previously, there was metal detectors, they went through your bags every single time, every morning. It got to a point where I guess we were getting in trouble in the cafeteria for talking, so they started separating us in the lunchroom by gender. Uh, half the class in Spanish class did not know how to speak Spanish. All of the students in choir class, mind you, the school I used to go to had a okay, so School A is the really, really shitty one with, like, the students that can't speak Spanish and all the metal detectors and stuff. School B is the one I graduated from. So School B had a really, 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 really good choir system. Like, there's, like, up to, like, 52 students in this choir when, like, I was still attending it and all this shit. And they're still going on. They're also kids that are in the theater section. Like, the choir teacher himself actually directs all the musicals that goes on in the school. Like, it's a really good school. Really good school. But I go back to school A for like a 1 month in 9th grade. I go back to school A. There's 5 students in the choir room, including me. None of them know how to read sheet music. None of them know the do re mi fa scale at all. This is the choir students. None of these students know any of this, and every single time the teacher assigned something, she would just upload it to her SoundCloud. I don't know what it is. I never took the time. I just legit wasn't there long enough to even give a shit about my grades. I was only there for a month. Yeah, there was a lot of shit going on in school A. Oh yeah, oh yeah. As I said, with School B, there was like 52 students, and that was when we were first starting. That was that wasn't after all the recruitments from the middle school and the elementary school in that local area too. Like this was when we were first starting on School B. It was 52 students on the average, and then as I said, it really blew up numbers when the choir teacher was directing. Um, the musicals for the school as well. So like obviously all the kids in the local section that wanted to audition, they were also there. Right. Right. Like 52 students on the average was all right. As I said, it blew up when other students were allowed to attend and they had special programs after school and stuff to where they actually could attend choir like related materials so that they got used to those kinds of productions and then wanted to sign up when they got into middle school and high school and whatnot, blah blah blah. Anywho, School A, the teacher always uploaded all of her stuff to SoundCloud. All of her stuff would be like, just go look at my SoundCloud, just go look at my SoundCloud, just look at my SoundCloud. And I don't know what she thought this other segment was going to do for us in choir sense, but she made us do a lot of journaling. It was weird. She made us pick out a journal if we didn't have one already, and then she asked us like made us like take general questions every day in the morning before we started class. Um, Mind you, there was a requirement for a bell ringer, and some of these teachers were just bullshitting the bell ringers. A bell ringer is a little like 5 minute assignment as students are getting into class and stuff after the bell rings. That's why it's called a bell ringer. Um, I don't it wasn't even like any questions relating to choir. It was like, oh, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite movie? How are you feeling? Uh, Sometimes we would talk about this and stuff and that, but there'd be like one question about the assignment we went over in class. It was strange. It was very strange. It was very strange, and I wish that that teacher got her stuff together or she left and went and pursued something else she actually wanted to do because she did not look like she liked doing choir. I think she was also the band director and she's putting all of her focus into the band director, so that was interesting. So, uh, with School A2, it was very wild when I was going back for ninth. Mind you, okay, sorry. Let me collect my thoughts. So, School A. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. School A was the school I was going to for the longest ass time until I moved in 7th grade, went to School B, came back to ninth grade for a month, and then went back to School B, and then graduated in School B. So, I knew everybody in School A at that point because I flip-flopped through a lot back and forth, and they already knew that. Anywho, so when I came back to School A for a month, there was a lot of weird shit going on. There was a, spoiler warning, death, sorry. Spoiler warning. So I came back for a month, and the soccer coach was already dead. Shit you not. Shit you not. I came over, I know. I'm not disclosing any names and stuff, so if you find a similar case, it might not be my school, so don't be like, oh, I found your school, I'm gonna go there and stuff. I don't go there anymore, so even if you did, you're just gonna look like a weirdo stalking kids. Anyways, I'm saying like anybody in the future that sees this and it's like, oh, I can look up that case and find something. If you do, you're just being weird. Anywho, yeah. Anywho, so the soccer coach was already dead by the time I got there. I was going there, and it was 2 weeks into the month that I was there, and I know. And then the principal died of a heart attack after 2 weeks. I'll be right back. I'll give you time to process that. Yeah, but like 2 weeks later, it was wild. Um, I'll save some of the stories for another time because there's some other, well, not any other stories really about School A, but definitely a lawsuit on lawsuit on their hands for School B if I ever went after them. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, but not gonna lie. If I wanted to pursue School B, I probably could have a case with them because it was pretty wild what the fuck happened to me. But as I said, I'm not gonna disclose that just in case I actually might want to do that once my brother graduates. But it was fucking crazy. I'm still stunned to this day when it happened. As I said, nothing like physically happened to me, but it was fucking crazy that it happened. And it was a fucking guidance counselor. Sorry, that part slipped out, but in all reality, it was. As I said, she didn't do anything to me. It's just what she did, and I was standing there with eyes as big as saucers. I was like, oh my god, she did not just fucking do that. It was fucking crazy. I was stunned. I sat there stunned watching her. As I said, it was nothing inappropriate. She didn't like strip down or anything like crazy. Like everybody stayed fully clothed. Nobody touched anybody. Nothing like that. It was just fucking crazy. Right. My school is pretty big in my section too, is my concern too. As I said, that's why I'm waiting till my brother's out because he goes in the same schools I used to. I'm trying to, as I said, keep it on the low so that once he graduates, I can just get that maybe looked at. Right. Alright, well, I got about like 20 minutes. Maybe maybe depending on how my head feels. I just took some Excedrin. Maybe I'll stretch it out another hour. Jeez Louise, you got a lot of stuff in your house, lady. Says me. But if you guys are up for it, as I said earlier, I would like to share an artist that helps me through, like times like these where I'm going through different changes in my life and I need some comfort and stuff like that. There was this one artist that I always looked up to all the time, so I would like maybe to download some videos and show you some of his content the beginning of tomorrow's stream. And maybe even sip some wine during it. Right, why not try to finish off this bottle of wine that I've been trying to finish off for 3 months? Also, I'm a legal age to drink. I'm allowed to. Oh yeah, without a doubt. But oh yeah, Leo, thank you so much for being able to tell me how to get all this set up because I'm actually doing game capture and all this stuff now. I'm not doing screen recording anymore. It's super cool. Yeah, I was actually able to get this stuff to work. I was ecstatic. Does my model work better? Because it doesn't look like it does on my end, but everything else does. I will give a heads up. The controller is just like a shitty knockoff that can hook up to my computer, so if it has lag and stuff, it's not because it's like, oh, your Xbox controller is busted. It's not an Xbox controller. So like everything else is though, I think, and maybe I need to look into my VTuber settings, but besides that, everything else is working pretty well. Where's that other boot? Well, yeah, I get that. What I do is I have my OBS, I open it, and I have press add image, and then what I do is I use free streaming assets, and then I take that URL, I put it into that image source because it has a specific window that it has specific window, and then in just in general. So you choose specific window, put your URL in there, or connect it to that. I have a fade setting so that it doesn't just like cut to it, it fades to the other screens, is what I do. And I have it as image. That's all I do. Yeah, that's all I do. It's really simple, actually. Maybe I should start making some YouTube videos about that stuff because I actually got all this working. Get that in there. Go. Go. There we go. Oh, the fade thing is just a transition. Your scenes should have a transition option, and then there's a fade option. That's all I did. Mine actually like automatically did it, I guess. I added an image, and then it automatically had a fade transition to it, so maybe that might help for you. Yeah, because if you want a BRB screen, and it's just an image of a BRB screen, but you want the fade transition like I do. As I said, you do image, and then you add a fade transition, and then I just click back and forth with those, and that's about it. We're trying to get this box empty, and they'll put everything else in the other rooms. Right, right. I hope I helped, though, anybody, not just Leo in the chat, but I helped everybody else, too, if they wanted to maybe look into that kind of stuff. For reference, I actually do all this stuff for free besides unpacking the game itself. Unpacking the game I have with a Game Pass, but the VTuber model is free. I use VRoid for the model, and then for the capture, to make it pop up on screen like this, I use V-Mirror. It's called V-Mirror or something like that, and that's what and then my computer just has a webcam, and then it captures me. Now that's what I do. That's what I do for free, and then OBS is free, and then as you see, Twitch is free, and then here I am. That's all I do, personally. But now that I know some hacks from the inside of the VTube community about being able to fix your VTuber models in VTube Studio and all this other fancy stuff, because Leo's not been the only one that's been so kind to me. I've actually been talking to some other people that's been so kind to me. If Shiori is here, I don't know if she made it yet. She likes to try to make my streams, but she's in a different time zone to me sometimes. Anywho, she actually helped make some assets for my channel, and I'm not dissing her. I'm not anything for not setting it yet. I was just super tired and I couldn't get out of bed today, but I needed to because I knew I had a stream scheduled. So I'm gonna update everything when I'm done with today. Yes. She actually took the time to help me out behind the scenes, actually, as well. You and her have been so sweet during this process. So, as I said, I'm gonna get all of everything that I have planned and all this other stuff set up soon, and then, like, as I said, like, credits, for the stream assets, and then, you know, all this other fancy stuff. I'm gonna get all that set up after, and then I'll, like, have some other stuff set up for announcements of tomorrow's stream, too. Because I feel like if I keep announcing my streams when they're going live, it might start picking up a little bit more traction when you know, it gets in there in the tweets and stuff. It might actually pick up some traction and bring other people that haven't seen me before. That's the only reason why I keep even tweeting it, to be honest. But super cool though. Uh, yeah. Right, I see that my tweets do get some views, and I do try to use uh different tags every now and again just to see which ones bring me more attention than other tags. And then I feel like if once I get a grasp on which tags work the best, I'll keep using those ones instead of keep switching it up all the time. But I will say, okay. Okay, so if anybody wants to make anything of me, clips, fan art, anything, LT Writer, no, sorry, scratch that. LT Colorado Writer and LT Colorado VTuber are the only hashtags I'm using for my stuff. If you want me to see it, use those. Oh yeah. Nobody else had those, so I was able to set them up, thankfully. So if you want to do anything about anything, and you want me to see it for sure, and I'm not going to see it any other way, that's a guaranteed way to let me see it. Instagram, let me think. Instagram, I think on here on Twitch, I think I try to have those hashtags too. I try to have those hashtags for sure on Twitter. I'm gonna try to start having those tags on my TikTok when I start making clips for that. I plan on doing a bunch of content work makeup stuff on Sunday when I'm off, after I'm back with my back from my family, because in America Memorial Day is on Monday, and that's a holiday over here where you like get off work and school and all this other stuff for it. But I look forward to actually trying to set up some stuff for me to get me some more, not views, but eyes and people around, you could say. Because I was talking, it's like, oh yeah, I actually debuted. You debuted? I was like, thinking to myself, I was like, well, I guess not. I guess not. I guess I didn't debut. I guess I'm like in a pre-debut or something. So I might try to take the time to set up a lore video. I might try to take the time to set up, like, I don't know. I'm gonna try to be all fancy about this. Why not? Yes, let's just put it in the sink. No, I want to put it all the way in the back. Damn you. Move, damn you. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I'm gonna actually like try to actually do this on, like, I actually want to do this as a long-term goal for a while, so why not put my best into it, I feel. Like, I this is legit the fourth day, and I'm like actually seeing results in the first week that I'm doing this, so it's paying off already, strangely enough. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Uh, as I said, what happened was that Honokai Star Rail was my debut, but I guess like I just kind of did it over the weekend to where nobody had the time to even damn it, to even notice my debut, I guess. So I might take the time to actually set up videos, and who knows, maybe even make an instrumental. Because I don't know how to do my own voice production and how to use the vocal stuff that I use right now, but I do know how to kind of make art production. Not art production, damn it. Instrumental production. I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time I used Music Maker Jam. It's a loop program and stuff and all that, to where you can make your own stuff with the loops and all that. I don't think I could stream any of that stuff because it says that there's a lot of loops that if you like try to profit off of, you can get copyrighted, I guess. So, you know, play it safe while you can. Where do I put this damn towel? But I might try to look into make an instrumental production if I teach myself some stuff in FL Studio. Because, I did actually download some extension packs, and I'll take the time to like link back to them and all that because I am not looking at that list right now. I downloaded a handful so I could actually, you know, work. uh, is this the trash can? Because it looks like a little, uh, I don't know. It looks like it, because there's sometimes in America to encourage kids to brush their teeth and stuff. They'll get little fancy toothpaste dispensers instead so that the kids will actually like want to use the toothpaste dispenser and then actually brush their teeth. Um, there's actually toothbrushes that have music installed in little music boxes that are electronic inside of it to where you can like kind of hear the music vibrating in your head as you brush your teeth. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You're right. I don't care to even stream the process when I know how to do a setup and whatnot. I'll do like a little sample track first to just get a grasp on everything and then announce maybe a music stream. Because I don't care to do a music stream. I would love to do a music stream. I would love to do maybe even a Duolingo stream to catch up on my Korean and Japanese. Uh, Let me think. Korean, Duolingo, like I don't give a shit what to do. It just if people tell me like, oh, what about this, and I look it up and I'm actually interested, like I'll do it. I don't know which part I'm actually just like sitting here just I don't I'm here, but I'm here. um who knows, maybe it might be a metal track, who knows? Because LT's lore is a little bit of her wanting to just annihilate the world because she had enough of it, but then she just gave up because she was lazy. That's kind of the only lore I got right this second, not gonna lie. I might try to expand on it, who knows? Might not. But like, I'm gonna make the music fire regardless of telling you what the lore was just now. Oh yeah. Most of the time it was just pop songs that were popular at the time, but with the toothbrush thing, um, it was just usually pop songs, I guess. But like every now and again, if you looked, you could find some interesting ones. There was one that was Owl City's Fireflies because it was a trend at that time when it came out. Oh yeah. Uh, Hate to tell you, but the Red Hood wasn't just because I liked Tord. It is because uh, LT has some views with Tord. And Tord tries to blow up his friend's house, so I don't think that's a good analysis. uh, I'm not a lazy person because certainly clean my house and all this other stuff. I actually cleaned my dishes before I got on stream. That's why it was like so quick. So quick for me to start is because I kind of just like rolled out of bed at a really late time and then did my dishes real quick and then got on stream. But like I got a bad chronic problem of procrastination, I guess. It's not like on purpose, but like if you tell me about something, I don't try to plan because I don't like planning just in case it gets ruined, I feel. I'm at that point where I just see what happens day to day, and it's no offense to anybody else, it's just a pattern that I kind of live by. Right, it's procrastination a little bit, and then it's also just like, oh, I genuinely forgot, and then as I said, it's also like I don't try to go day to day with this shit sometimes. I try to stay day to day sometimes because I don't know what might happen tomorrow. Not gonna lie, I didn't know that I was gonna wake up this morning and have some gut problems. So that was interesting, and that was also why it was taking me a second to roll out of bed because I had to get myself a Sprite and all that stuff. But I'm all right now. I'll be fine for the rest of the stream. I'll be fine for the rest of the stream. Trust me. I didn't even notice that there's like 5 minutes left. So, I think I am going to. Yeah, well, some people kind of look at that and it's like, sweetie, that's a sign of depression. And it's like, it's not a sign of depression as more of it's just I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know if it's gonna rain tomorrow, and I planned a whole beach day that day. Like, I don't like doing that stuff to myself anymore. I did it a handful of times to myself while I was in school, so I kind of broke myself out of those habits. But, I feel my Excedrin kicking in, so maybe I'll introduce you guys to the artist I was talking about if you want, and I stay here for like maybe a half hour longer after stream, because I'm feeling zesty. I'm feeling a half hour longer. Come on, fucker. I know the freaking Game Boy is that good, but like, you gotta get on the fucking desk if you want me to play it at night. You gotta sit there. Oh yeah. There's this interesting going on to where like if I play videos outside of my display catcher, it kind of like has this weird. It's kind of like if I had it opened in 2 tabs instead, so it has this weird like echo back on me whenever I play anything in browser or anything else besides game capture. So I think maybe that would fuck around with the audio good enough to where I can dance around the copyright. If not, like, I can put grain and reverb on it too. Like, if it doesn't, I'll play one of his most obscure ones to where like the copyright system can't even detect me for a half second to see if it doesn't sound like that on your guys' end. And if it does sound like that on your guys' end too, then I should be safe with showing you some of his more popular examples, so that you actually like know who he is before tomorrow when I show you some of his other collaborations and stuff. It's accidental is the funnier part. It's all accidental. I'm here because I will-powered my way. As I said, I don't know if it sounds like that at your guys' end, but it sounds like shit on my end all the time. Even now, as I said, my voice is in my head and I am not a fan of it. But the show must go on. I don't know what it is. I hear it in my headphones. And I've tried everything else, and everything else sounds fine, so why not just leave it alone? Yeah, that part I'm thankful about. I'm talking about, like, the copyright, like, if I play his stuff, and then it sounds normal, and then I get my ass copyright striked. Like, that's what I'm concerned about now, because I'm thankful that my side sounds normal, even though it doesn't sound normal to me. As I said, I'm more concerned of if I can dance around the copyright or not. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Right. As I said, he does have some, like, really, really obscure art as well that I am a fan of that nobody else really talks about. Like, those aren't TikTok trends and stuff. Those aren't, like, anything that the YouTube would pick me up on or Twitch should pick me up on. So, like, it feels like a coin toss right now, not gonna lie. And I personally am not monetized on anything, so, like, I feel like the worst that would happen is that I would just have to clip it out of my bod. Honestly, like, I'm not monetized on anything that I do right now, so I feel like I have a less of a risk than other VTubers do right now. Like, already I feel like I have a less of a risk with my streaming stuff and all that. Right, I'm not an affiliate or anything, and I plan on burying all of my new stuff with more, better content over time. I plan on burying all of these VODs with all the other stuff once I start getting around and more popular. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna delete them, but I'm gonna make sure that, like, I'm not like, oh, hey, look at my first VODs, look at this, look at that. Like, I'm just gonna go radio silent on those and just continue on with everything else. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that, I think. Yeah. Maybe I feel like I'll finish up the kitchen, these kitchen boxes real quick. The other fucking boot. Anywho, I'll finish up the kitchen and then I'll introduce you guys to who I want to stream tomorrow. What the hell is this? I think this is what the hell is that? Is that a lock? Or is that a can opener? Is it a bottle opener? I think that's a bottle opener. I think that's like the open, like, alcohol and stuff. They come in interesting sizes like this too, instead of like your corkscrew stuff that you get. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't fucking know. Why do I have so many fucking cups? I ain't washing all this shit, even if I am the only one living here. More fucking silverware. Girl, I'm not washing your shit. What? I've heard of people doing that, but I've never witnessed it. And I'm terrified. Oh my god. It opened it with her fucking teeth? Did she break them? What? Bitches be crazy. What? Was she a crazy bitch? Like, was she crazier than just that? Oh. Did they really not? Did it? Wait. Oh, did they not like your comment, or did they not like what I said? I didn't look. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't care if you have to censor yourself because of Twitch's shit. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. I was like, oh my god, did I do something? Anyway. Yeah, like, what the hell is with these crazy bitches? I don't get it. Also, I would like to comment, I do like that this game does vouch for an option, because heads up, I'm sorry, Leo, but I know you're a guy, but I want to say this for the girls in the future. Do not feel pressured if you do not want to use a tampon. It is okay to use pads. Oh my god, but she really did? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. She's crazy. Is this olive oil or is this cleaning supplies? Because there's no labels to let me know. Well, we'll find out when I drink it. Well, I'm not just trying to be... Over here, people are weird about that too. Like, if you mention it, they're like, "Oh, don't talk to me about that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, don't talk to me about that. Oh no." Like, they're fucking weird. I don't get along with a lot of girls. I don't get along with a lot of people. Yeah. They're just as weird about all that kind of shit over here. Don't worry. Fucking put down the ramen pan. Shit. Put it in a fucking box. Okay, thank you. Pick it up and fucking move. Son of a bitch. But, okay, if you're okay with it, I just want to say, an important message about tampons and stuff. Some women have said that they are uncomfortable, so do not feel pressured if you do not want to use them. Some women have said that there is medical issues about that, so do not feel pressured if you do not want to use them. Some women ridicule other women for using pads and other things like that. Do not feel bad. You need to do what is best for you in those kinds of situations, because nobody else is feeling what you are. That's all I want to say about that personally. I had growing up, I had a lot of people that had a lot of controversies with what other people picked with those kinds of topics. So, I, as a female VTuber, would just like to say that you do not need to listen to anybody else. You need to listen to your body first. In every sense, when you need to eat, when you need water, when you need to exercise, when you need to rest. Oh, this is olive oil. Okay. But in every sense, you need to listen to yourself first. Nobody knows what you feel. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy for tampons over here because when women weren't using them properly, they were actually getting like this blood problem where like it's like a shock to their body and stuff, and they're like, you can lose a whole fucking limb over that shit if you do it wrong. It's an actual problem where you can actually lose your limbs because of the way that the blood builds up in your body and makes you sick like that. That's why also you need to be careful about that stuff, because if you do not do it properly, you can get yourself sick. Yeah, it is fucking terrifying, and that's why I vouch for people knowing what they need and knowing how they feel. I vouch for that completely, regardless of what they choose. That's why I vouch, because you don't know. You don't know. You never know. You never know what works for you. You never know what works for them. Strangely enough, this works for everything, guys. Because if you sat, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a strange experience for some people to see it, but it is real. For say example, you take a picture of a puppy running through a field and you want to see people, have like "aw" kind of reaction. If you decide to pick a person from each personality, you're gonna find at least two personalities that sit there and don't have any commentary and don't really give a shit. Because that's just how the human brain works. There's just people that don't feel certain ways about certain things. It just it happens. People don't feel about that stuff sometimes. It's a normal thing. Kind of like I don't give a shit that guys want to be VTubers. Some people are weird about that, Leo. You know that? People are weird about that VTuber stuff. Yeah, but I've heard a lot of controversial topics of like, oh well, the VTuber stuff should only be for girls. Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was born a guy, I'd probably still want to get into this. I will say it is female dominated, but I do appreciate the guys that are trying to do it. The other day I actually found this one guy that's pretty interesting. He like has a whole plague doctor outfit to him. It's a super cool 2D model, I won't lie to you. I actually found him on Twitter and I'm following him, so if you guys want to like go through that following list and find other VTubers, I don't give a shit. Yeah, he's actually super cool. He's super chill too. He in his description, he doesn't say he's a plague doctor. He says he vaguely looks like a plague doctor. I'm bad with names and I'm bad with pronouncing, so that's the only reason why I didn't say his name, just in case I would butcher it. But right, like I don't care. I like his content so far. What I caught, I like Leo's content. I like Kenji on YouTube. He's pretty funny. He's that guy with the monkey model. Uh, yeah. You're super interesting already. I hope your debut goes pretty well. Um, Anywho, like I was saying, uh, yeah, I like the male VTubers as much as I like the female VTubers. If anything, I actually catch up on the male content than I do the girls, and it's no offense to them, but I I might I know someone's not gonna like this opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The VTubers girls scream a little bit too much every now and again. I have no idea, but I'll look into it for sure. But as I said, I might be controversial, but uh, where the hell do you want me to put it then? Anywho, as I said, like, it's no offense to them, but it feels like they scream a little more from time to time. Yeah, uh, I'm gonna stop the gameplay here since I'm stuck anyways. I'll fix that, and then we'll get to the next level on that part. Okay, so let me just put it on the BRB screen, and then let me pull up the other stuff, I guess. Anywho, I'll talk to you while we're doing that. But yeah, I don't know what the hell is with yeah. I don't know what the hell is with uh I, okay. I'm just gathering my thoughts. But uh I will say, as I said, it is female dominated. Um what isn't helping is that it's an interesting mix of the audience when it comes to gender. Because when you glance at it, it feels like it's a male audience overall, but then when you start digging into it, you start finding fans like me who are also girls and stuff, and then it becomes like a mixed audience. And I feel like that's not what I feel like the general public doesn't pick that up when they're looking at it overall. But it feels like they don't pick it up after so long. It's like, oh well, it's just usually people that likes this or that, and they just go off, and it's like, oh well, of course they wouldn't like the male VTubers. They're 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 a male audience. Why would it's like it? That's not always the case. It, like I like a lot of stuff. I like Berserk. I like JoJo. I like a lot of stuff that I guess the average girl does not like. I like a lot of stuff. I like a lot of heavy metal. I like a lot of grungy bands. I like a lot of stuff, actually. Uh, some of the some of the gory animations and stuff on Newgrounds and all the weird stuff and all that's pretty fucking funny too. So I won't lie. Right. And that's why I'm looking carefully at this list so I don't find anything that's like gonna get people to just kind of like raise their eyebrows at me. It's like, oh, so you're weird. So you're actually like weird. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. The artist that I like, he's a little bit to take in at once, but he is a genius and he's the greatest thing ever in my life when it comes to artists. I took the time to buy merch from him actually. I don't do that very often. I actually like MCR. I love the Black Parade. The Black Parade is really good. Uh I that and then the Downward Spiral from Nine Inch Nails, and then Alice Cooper's uh concept album about him being the insane asylum is actually what got me into wanting to do music again and stuff when I was in a low point again in my life, because as I said, I don't like bringing it up, but I do kind of got a little bit of depression problems here and there. So I go through my high and lows every now and again. Eh, I don't mind it. It's just it happens. And then I just pick myself up and then I go, all right. I was pausing it, sorry. Uh anyways, but when I was going through another little low point in my life when I was working an actual like retail job again in my life. Oh yeah, without a doubt. When I was doing another retail job in my life, well, I can say that I was working at Lowe's. I don't work there anymore, and I didn't work there for a long time, and Lowe's is a really general store. Anyways, I worked at Lowe's for a little bit, and uh, it wasn't a bad job. It was just a part-time job, so I didn't really have much to do with myself after so long. I would go to work for like a few hours, and then I'd come home, and it kind of sucked a little bit where I was living, but I feel like I'm definitely in a better point now, and I definitely feel like I can definitely get to a point where I can start achieving these little dreams that I want and stuff. Right, right. Uh I won't lie, the VTubers also kind of helped me start getting around to the idea of doing stuff, you could say. Uh it it gave me an idea. I was like, "Oh, I don't actually have to show my face. That actually helps me." Whatever works for anybody, right? uh right, right. Sorry about that. I'm going to get it set up on the full screen so that, nothing happens. Let me look. If I'm smart about it, if I'm smart about it, I could just use my OBS to cover the link and then and then switch real quick. If I'm smart about it, I can do this right. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Let's see. Cause like, oh no, you see my icon. Uh, I hope you see my YouTube icon. I would hope that's working. I would hope that's working, guys. Okay. Let's see. This should be all right if I do it the correct way. Oh, well, maybe if I. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, I gotcha. Holy moly. Hold on. Okay. Is there a way to full screen a YouTube video but not like the whole screen itself? Like, like you have the YouTube video already pulled up to where you don't see URLs and stuff, but like in the browser itself, but like it's not taking up your whole computer screen. Like, how do I do that shit? I'm just trying to find out. Like, the YouTube link would just link back to him, so I feel like I should be fine, right? I'm just looking at his YouTube videos itself, so like the link itself should just be his stuff, right? Right, that's what I'm thinking. It just should be his stuff. I should be fine. That's what I'm thinking. It should be fine. Is like, uh, if you see like some weird thumbnails on the YouTube shorts, just so you know, the YouTube shorts are fucking wild, and I have no control of what pops up in those. I got no control over that. A great American artist. He's an independent artist, and he likes to make uh interesting cartoon. He has an interesting style, as you can see already to him. As I said, he's really independent, so he doesn't have anybody telling him what he can and what he can't do. Uh, it can range from really lighthearted like this to very morbid commentary every now and again. But that's why I fell in love with him. Yeah, I love Jack Stauber, and I love all of his obscure stuff as well. Not just Buttercup and Baby Hotline and Two Time and stuff. I like stuff like Benny Worm and all this other stuff.
Wait, hold on a second. Is that Benny Worm?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holy smokes!
It's Benny Worm.
It's Benny Worm. It's Benny Worm. It's Benny Worm.
It's Benny Worm.
It's in the palm of your hand.
It's Benny Worm.
It takes time to understand.
Benny Worm.
It's Benny.
Benny Worm.
Oh yeah. So that's Benny. Oh, Jazim is pretty funny. Oh, sorry. I watch a lot of just about internet at all. I just watch internet in general. Sorry if there's a little bit of lag. Oh, for context, this one and then I think the one I just showed you, they actually got extended versions.
Hi, exactly. Oh, love, valley, love. What you think? Life made you bitter. I can
You good?
life made bitter. Can't make you
Yeah, he has a little bit of a weird thing with teeth, so I'm sorry if that pops up every now and again, if you don't like that kind of stuff. Complications.
I don't.
You could get it.
Madman would be two eggs in the basket at the same time. Those aren't even the same kind of bread. Wow. Oh, please, put the ham and cheese and spinach, please.
Sandwich. That's a good sandwich. That's a good sandwich. Oh yeah, without a doubt. As you can see, he actually worked with Adult Swim with 2 different shorts, so I would love to show this one at the beginning of stream tomorrow. That stuff for now, honestly. But this was super fun. I actually stretched it out almost a whole nother a whole nother half hour actually, so that's super cool. I had fun. I hope you guys did. Oh yeah, without a doubt, that is a new record for me. Without a doubt. Most definitely, most definitely. We will definitely pick up with Unpacking tomorrow, same time. Yeah, today's Friday. Tomorrow we'll do Unpacking again. If we finish Unpacking, I'll try to run Honkai Star Rail again. It tanks my computer, so after tomorrow, if we ever get to it, yeah. Yeah. Anywho, if we finish Unpacking, I'll try Honkai Star Rail. It tanks my computer, so after tomorrow, I'm just gonna honestly take it off the roster and then go on to other things. It's it's just for the best until I get a better setup, and then I'll come back to it. So if we get to it tomorrow, it will be the last time that Honkai Star Rail is on schedule for a while. And if we don't get to it, it's just still not going to be on schedule for a while. But we will definitely be doing other things after Unpacking. I'm actually going to go through my game library and see if I can find some other ones that run pretty smoothly. But yeah, stream is definitely ending. I will give this a solid 35 minutes instead of 32 minutes. So I guess I'll play some non-copyright music on YouTube real quick. I'll look up non-copyright too, so I won't get in trouble. Like, like music that actually can stream and I don't get in trouble. Nope, hold on. That's an ad. Alright, I got it fixed. No ad. Alrighty. Thank you all so much. See you next time.